I would just like to point out that this game has a spell that its entire purpose is to turn the enemy blue. And now I guess he's going to a Dabba dee Dabba die. Welcome to Arcaxer, a turn-based RPG available on Steam VR and Oculus Quest. Throughout this game, you'll navigate floor after floor of randomly generated dungeon areas, trying to find chests and avoid or attack the enemy. At any point while exploring, you have the option to either be in first person or third person, depending on your comfortability and what you might need to be in order to solve certain puzzles within the dungeons. Make sure to watch where you step, because as you advance throughout the dungeon, there's going to be new danger hidden around every corner. Throughout your adventure, you'll be able to find and equip new equipment as well as weapons, but if you can't find what you're looking for, you can always buy them in the overworld. If you want to have your turn first, you have to make sure that you attack the enemy before they attack you in the overworld to initiate the combat phase. During the combat phase, you can either attack with the weapons that you have equipped, or you can use something known as hacks. The hacks do not damage you, but do consume something known as AP. The hacks are different depending on if you choose the Thief, Warrior, or Mage class inside the game. Once you run out of AP, your turn has ended. While using the weapons that you can equip to your right or left hand, you do not use any AP. However, because of the nature of the enemy, known as toxins, you will take a bit of damage while using the standard weapons. Just like the weapons, the hacks can be found inside the dungeon or bought in the overworld. As you can see from the selection here, there's quite a variety to choose from. And these are just the ones that are available at the shop. There are some that you can get in the dungeon that you cannot buy. You can equip up to 4 different hacks in each hand, and you can level up the hacks themselves in order for them to do more damage. Each enemy inside the game has their own unique way of trying to attack you, and depending on how advanced the enemy is, they may have multiple methods of attacking. Attacks on each side have a chance of missing. In order for you to dodge the enemy's attack, you must physically move out of the way of the attack, or in order for the enemy to not be hit by your attack, they can be physically moving around their space, or the attack can actually miss itself depending on how accurate you are. And despite all the hours that I put into playing this game, the only glitch I could really find is that for whatever reason, if I click into my left joystick, the game acts like it's running off of Windows Vista. I would also like to suggest to the developers that they get rid of some of the enemy attacks inside of the game. Most of the attacks I'm able to avoid while keeping my feet planted on the ground. However, there are some attacks where I have to fully move almost outside of my play space in order to avoid, and this could be a problem for many VR users that have limited play space. I also have some notes from the developers. The full game is available on Quest App Lab and Steam. They just added in the casino malware update, which adds 5 hours of content and some fun new plot elements that are outside the main arc of the game. The game itself is about 15 hours long before the casino malware update. Wait a minute. Let's see here. 5, 15. Put those together. Carry the 4. Okay, 20 hours of content. There are 3 main classes, Thief, Mage, and Warrior, which we covered earlier, as well as 2 challenge classes, Dark Knight, which is a full roguelite with random level ups and spell drawn from the rest of the game, and the Blue Mage, where you steal spells and abilities from enemies in the dungeon. With all things considered, I like to give this game an 8.5 out of 10 rating. The artwork is good. The combat is fun. I do like how you're able to switch between first and third person depending on the scenario, and sometimes that you need to in order to advance in those dungeons. And while I did have a blast playing it, I hope that they're able to add more armor, more weapons, and more hacks into each one of the classes, as well as address the bug that I had listed. And I know it's a very big ask, but I do feel as though at least putting in something like co-op would allow for a lot more fun inside of this game. Because with the limited hours that I have to be able to game every day, if I have to choose between playing a game with my friend that I hadn't heard from in a while versus playing a game by myself, I'd rather play a game with a friend. However, I will say that this game is absolutely worth the price. Even after I captured all of the footage that I needed to make this video, I kept on playing it, and I didn't even realize how long I'd spent playing it just because I was having a lot of fun. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see some of you having fun with these hacks. See you next time.